Glad. Maybe in the future that will be my future role. I'll join. I'll coach the team. We're on Nuke to begin with. It is Astralis versus paiN here. Second game of the day, and Astralis going to be starting on the CT side. paiN swiftly out the door to try and take and hunt down Yabby. He's going to get a headshot here, down to 2 bullets. He hits another one to take down Snow. A remarkable turn of events at the start of it, and HOTU will join in, kill on Davideus. It's just Rix and NQC here. I don't necessarily even hate the play for paiN, but as often happens with these kind of rounds, the early kills in a pistol round just make such a big difference.
Yeah, and it's hard to guarantee ever for either side. But it's looking good for Astralis. And we'll see how things progress on the CT side. Obviously, this map is... one of the reasons why I love this map is because it offers one of the more unique gameplay dynamics, in the sense that the CT rotation with the the bomb sites stacked on top of each other and the outside-inside dynamics, it's just very different. And is there a world? Shot here from NQZ. It's good to have a diversity in the sense of different skill sets that are emphasized by the map having different dynamics. And Nuke is one of the best examples of that. There we go. All right, 4 players surviving.
Just the one task of surviving. Don't even care if he gets no kills here. Just don't die with the M4.
Don't die. TM. Stare. Takes 1. Repositions. Device to cover. That's not getting what he wanted there exactly. Got to be cautious. They are going deep for that kill. They know he's low. And there it is. 3v3, and it seems like this came out of nowhere. Like everything was positionally really good for Astralis, but maybe some missed shots, and suddenly this is a risky round.
They were both towards CT spawn, both down. I don't even know how they died in that, but like that is such a ridiculous occurrence. 3v3, 40 seconds. Davideus bringing the bomb back. He's got the M4. NQC has the other one. Still a hard round for paiN to win, but no longer as impossible as it should have really been from the start here. Stam going to peek up. They very nearly line up for him, and yeah, I think he's taking care of business now. Ready to swing. He is dropped a bit low on health here. I say a bit, he's down to 3, but it doesn't matter. Expert play. And a nice quad kill for Stam. I will say this throughout like all the ups and downs of this Astralis line. I feel like Stam's been the only like solid player that's just been performing well.
And this certainly sets up a, if they were to go ramp now off of this from the lobby, which just looks like what they're doing, potentially. Oh, that would be key to survive. In fact, now they're just going absolutely for the hut play. After threatening that lower site, so same kind of philosophy like you were talking about. But the defense from HOTU is looking good. MP9 delivering, dropping in with the USP, looking for the extra one. But the upper site is in control of paiN despite being a man down.
Just only got 10 seconds here. Trying to plant the bomb. NQC and Davideus. Oh, the drop down. He does survive. Yabby up on the high ground as well. Davideus, what a sick conversion. Takes down both the players coming in. I don't know how he did it that quickly. Device going to tap the bomb. He doesn't have the kit either. Going to spray down the first player. Goes back and picks up a kit now, so it's a bit more interesting. NQC, though, with plenty of health on the other side. A Device running out of time here. Going to set a bit of an aid. Not that it really does anything, and I think NQC's played it very well. Hasn't shown himself at all, and Device has simply run out of time, and out of bullets too, just to add to the misery here. It's a pretty good wallbang. It will be paiN to pick up the round, and I think a couple of really grave mistakes were being made there.
But oftentimes they just go for one more. And in the moment, it's one of the most common tendencies that we see.
Yeah. It's one of the... Ooh. I like the play. I don't know if I like the execution of the idea so much. Device will still take down Davideus. And they keep moving forward. Stare to land a critical deagle shot. Big Uzira blown up. 5 versus 3.
Already has the M4, so he's going to keep on pushing. So now this is all the information for Astralis to know precisely how to rotate.
He's so smart. Again, he's still, sort of a young player, but the fact that he's able to get the job done, or at least young in terms of his career, really impressive to see. It's down, landing A little bit of a warning shot there, but not much more than that. 8 seconds left that the bomb gets planted here. Damage on the Rixie's and going down. That's all they need. Oh, it's such a wide swing, and it's there coming in as well. It'll work. Just leaving NQC with not much of a chance, unfortunately. It's a 1 versus 5 for him. Unfortunate. I think in Melbourne it was PGL that was out. Obviously the in-game leader being gone with the whole ear situation going on there. Frustrating, no doubt. Hero AK on Snow, and he will take down Yabi to begin with. Probably not a fight Yabi has to engage with. Gives a slight opening into the round here for paiN. Not necessarily a big one. I think they know that Stair is there, but it might not make a difference as they are just doubled up on this position. Davideus coming into and takes down both players. What a shock and a strong reminder, a sharp reminder perhaps to Astralis that you don't need to be taking those kind of fights.
Yeah, that's the second 2K that was pretty remarkable in execution from Davideus so far this in this matchup. And the previous time it also helped paiN to win that round as well. So we'll see if they can convert now. Stown spotted. And they're controlling the reposition, opening the door, just trying to slow them down. That's a great pickoff. Buying time for HOTU to get into the action. HOTU now, decon. Now, do we get to rotate out? We do.
Yeah.
So this is actually, I think, a pretty good move with NQZ holding the upper vent rotate. This is beautiful.
The fact that they fell back should probably tell Astralis something anyway. Yeah. It's such a giveaway that they actually decided to leave. It's the fact that someone's probably going to be holding one of these positions. So we'll see if Stau could do anything. He's setting up for an incendiary into the corner. Does it spread all the way? Not yet. Oh, NQZ. All it does is keep him nice and warm in that corner, and unfortunately that might be a bit too much for Astralis here, even though you hate to say it, but saving could be a better choice. They do have the kit on HOTU. He's up on the high ground, means he can drop in the last possible second to try and get something done, and maybe Stown could cause a bit of a distraction. There's the kill on the Rix here. They still got time left for it. NQC gets one. The drop down is there. He's trying to see if he can just run straight into it. He does get the kill, but the incendiary will stop him from getting the defuse. Would have been really fun if that would have worked out. It's a close round, but paiN end up winning it, even though nobody actually survives the round. The device looking for it. I do love this position, though. I think he's already been spotted. Yeah. Oh, still. What a sick play. Tapping away and just ducking down. Yeah, he's going to throw a grenade in anger towards the pistol. He's already escaped. Giggling as he runs into the garage. And a 4 versus 5 here. Huge disruptive play coming out. Spray for Snow there. I think that could have worked, but...
The same story as the last time.
Yeah, very much. Just the amount of people that are out there fighting with the M4s.
Yes.
It should be a sign for paiN that maybe it's worth doing something earlier on to try and see if you can find some leverage elsewhere on the map. 5 versus 3, and it's not a surefire thing here for Astralis, but you don't want to see them lose a round like this one.
Certainly not. And for paiN, it gets so risky now. Okay, it's a good kill. Biggest area going down quite low in the effort. Still not super clear how to play this one, and look at the movement from Astralis in the meantime. Oh, a little bit of team damage there. And now it's just NQZ down lower by himself without the bomb. So that is obviously kind of a big problem. And
that is a challenge.
Yeah.
I think that when you can force the CTs to rotate on this map is basically when you get the yard smokes and they're not sure if anyone has gone down or not.
Yeah.
Like that question being asked is the thing that could sometimes force people to move around a lot. But yeah, otherwise you're right. Like why you don't have to do too much of anything here. Device does go down after a really prolonged battle. Everyone's kind of like jiving for a kill.
I understand the confidence from Device, but it's also like the one win condition for paiN is getting fights, because they have actually no capacity to get onto a site unless Astralis were to just give them open fights. That's the only way that paiN can win in this particular round. So yeah, I don't hate that Device is doing that, but it's just one of those things, right?
Yeah, but Stown now, it's such an awkward fight. HOTU's going to go down inside with just a single kill. They know the Stown is out here, so they can just try and keep him occupied for a long time. The bomb getting planted as well. NQC holding on the one side. Stair trying to get in and save the day once again. He's already got 9 kills, and Stown has been pretty much useless in this half, or in this round at least. It's going to be Stair to get the kill on PGL, but honestly, that is Astralis doing as much as they can to throw away the round, really. So just to reiterate, if you do watch enough paiN demos, you're going to notice that they are big fans of that kind of an execute. Snow trying to get the wrap around here. It is being heard already. HOTU with the kill inside, and then the rest just follow on through. Great defense from Astralis. I'm a bit surprised at the fact that
in the lobby, he's got the bodies, he's got the minions ready to lay down their lives for the cause. Get him into a position to trade. Oh, nice entry. The cleanup, pretty decent. All right, just as your preferred round should go, and is nice and fast on the pistols. Well, I mean, this is the first time Device has actually showed us all, because he's had it for like 2 rounds already, and just no one has gone outside or secret or anything. I
love this. I mean, it is risky, but it can be very, very hard to stop if you're on the other side. HOTU, the spray is immaculate. He's taken 2 of them down already. Stown trying to get into the help. He actually will finish the second kill with the M4A1. Snow ends up getting dropped, still at 3 kills right now, along with Rix and Vincere, who's at 2 or 3 as well. ZenQC, pretty much impossible to win this one. He's trapped in the corner, and once the smoke fades, he's dead. Just waited on by Device at the end of it. So fist bumps coming out. Astralis, they're just running through this game right now. I'm impressed. Surprised that we haven't seen more of those ramp fakes, but we definitely have seen the smoke walls out here. Snow trying to see if he can walk in front of it, which is actually not something that paiN do that much. But Snow does get a bit of success, or at least they get the kill on to Stown anyway, reveals his position. So the 1-for-1 trade, even if Snow dies, it's kind of worth it.
You have problems still here if you're paiN. The outside challenge comes on through, trying to beat the timing of the smoke. HOTU. But now they walk through the smoke into Mini for MongolZ. Finds the player on rafters. Nice return fire from Yabi, and there's the drop, the re-smoke. Device, very defensive outside. He runs the risk of being completely out of play at the moment, because he is being circumvented once again into Mini, and Yabi becomes the very important player here for Astralis, turning at the wrong moment. And now what do Astralis do on the retake?
Yeah, big question. But they do have some utility to play around with. They're very nearly getting himself killed before they even got into it at all. Nice little setup with the flashbang there. He's going to get the kill, and Rix will be going down right afterwards. Device just finds him in the open. Vincere alone to try and hold on to get at least one more round on the board. It's a nice headshot to begin with, but the grenades are raining in. It does soften him up a bit, and now Device, he's pulled out the pistol, I think, on the other side, trying to see if he can hunt him down. He's real close here, and Vincere is already tagged up. The Tech-9 will get the job done, and Device, with the kit in his pocket, he's going to be able to win this one. So a close round, but again, it goes the way of the Danes. It's just a beautiful first half for them. They're going to wrap. So they're going to be jumping a lot of people down onto the mini roof, and then they're going to probably fly through the smoke. Yep, into the flash as well. Really sick setup for it. Davideas, though, trying to slow them down. HOTU back into it with a headshot. Davideas goes down. Snow checking that there's nobody else in lobby. Yes, they do try and run onto the bomb side here. The dualies, good work on him so far. He's got a couple of bullets left, but forced to reload. Stown picking up the bomb again. 3 versus 3. Still no plant actually happening. The Danes just keep on fighting. Rix is up on the high ground, low on health. MongolZ. And there's a bit of a stalemate in the round. They have so much time here, Astralis, that they don't really have to jump to get the bomb line. That is a nice shot. Fair play to MongolZ. Stown is down, and now it's just HOTU alone versus both of them. 50 seconds. He's picked up the bomb. Unfortunately, yeah, the vent isn't blown out, so if nothing else, he has to kind of really show he couldn't like slowly walk down the ladder. Has to make it known that he's there, but the fact that Rix is already low just makes it a bit awkward, perhaps. HOTU making a run for it. That's a smart play, not sticking at the back of the site. If HOTU wanted to win that one, he probably has to escape in that way, so it's a really nice idea, but it's MongolZ to the rescue, and it will be paiN Gaming to win the second half pistol.
They just have to have enough time to
know
and adjust the positioning. That's the problem. Yeah, that's why you would normally have the spot outside, like you said.
They just absolutely don't. Well, now they do. The breaking of the window in case of emergency. And that absolutely is for paiN Gaming, though. Not for Astralis. The bomb going to be planted at the back of the site here. The rotation is actually very hard to even get done properly. There are 2 players for Astralis up here to try and control rotations. Rix, I love the idea of pushing in, even if they want to go for a retake, just clearing out all this space is essential, because otherwise they're going to get shot in the back or in the front by HOTU. What a deagle to take down BigUzera. 3 versus 3. And that bomb is ticking away, though. Scout in the back for Device. He's got the right lineup for it. Body shot onto Davideus. Not the fun kind either, not the Ibiza kind, but one that'll leave you straight dead. Snow and NQC left, and I don't know what, there's nothing they can do. They're walking away. It's going to be 11 rounds for Astralis.
Yeah, it's a tough one because so we talked about it in the first half that it makes a lot of sense to void outside, but you can void outside and not take fights, but you can index for information, because that's all you really need. It's just the info, and you can get info like pretty safely. Astralis just walk on and get a plant without any notification.
It's funny because we saw the same thing in Copenhagen just a week ago, where Mouse had the same kind of error on the CT side, where they didn't even know that anyone had gone downstairs, and by the time they realize, it's too late. You just have no way to rotate in time. Yeah, it's just that's basically when you find out. It's like the windows down there. It's like, oh, damn, they're on the bomb site, guys. Hold up. It's like one moment everyone's on the radio saying, I thought you were holding.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the logical thing about what paiN is doing is that they're basically trying to deny any fight for Astralis. They're saying, well, you're not going to get like an early kill on any one of us, and that's good. But then nobody was holding B, and that's bad.
Yes, it is.
Oh, well, this is something else, though. Tapping away is NQC, just deleting a couple of players outside, Device and HOTU, without really a chance to respond. That was really cool. Bomb is making its way down. Stair going to be in charge of it. And still a dangerous round here for paiN that they must win. Any dream of a comeback has to start with a bit of a bang in this round.
Oh, that's a big kill to get. Yabi and Stair, the players to try to get this 2v4 hold now. But now it's a 1v4 hold for Yabi. Nice headshot, kicking things off. So many players to hold this angle, though. Has to be so excellent with the next kill, but BigUzera able to spray the window down and find the defuse for the team.
It's really awesome, but it's still scary that it's Davideus and NQC, and then Snow, BigUzera, and Rix are just, they're not doing anything. Not enough here.
Yeah.
I like the speed in this round. Straight onto the A-bomb site. Tech9 from Buxi is going to be taking down Snow and Bomb. A little bit delayed in the bomb plant here. They're not quite sure where to actually plant. Smoke getting blown open once again, but there's a secondary one to stop anyone from spotting it. HOTU goes down. Device sneaking around. The timing is so sick here. Easy kill onto Davideus. Picks up the AK. He knew he'd already heard the footsteps running away, so that's a high IQ play for Device, selecting his targets in the right order. He could have gone for the second player there first, but the fact that he got the kill, picked up the AK, and kept it going is so cool. Rix goes down. NQC realizes it can't be won in this one, so it will be Astralis landing on 12 rounds. And NQC, I don't even think he's going to be able to save the AWP here. Yeah, hunts it down. I have to say that because I don't think I've ever got a kill with a CSET 75.
Not even in 2016? 2015?
No. In truth, I just don't think mine works. It's possible I just got like one that just didn't work. Okay.
Ooh, entries for days for HOTU.
The Giga Chat is back, which I know Richard is going to appreciate. 16 kills here on HOTU. Bit of a highlight performance for him. Device ends up taking out BigUzera and Snow and Rix in a 2 versus 5 to try and hold on to the map, which you would have to be severely delusional to think that's going to be happening. Rix goes down. There's a follow-up round at the end here. 13-4 in favor of Astralis. It's just a brilliant performance. They've got to feel so confident right now.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
He's either going to smoke towards the library and then, you know, Moto mini pit. And then they're going to be throwing flashbangs over. This is so sick.
For Jabby, a little push for info. Banana sees nothing. Instant rotate. 4 stack now on the A site.
Yeah, they're coming for it. Actually, the flank from Yabby, oh, they're going to catch them in the middle of the setup. That's the bomb as well. What a disaster. Yabby with the execute onto NQC. They were going to do it. They actually were going to do the app spot.
I'm sorry,
I feel robbed. I was excited.
There's no challenge for us. So just like the last round, Astralis know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've got so much control here. Wide swing into the middle. That's exactly where you want the M4A for. The extra bullets, just making it no issue whatsoever. Device getting a couple of kills, getting himself warmed up a little bit.
It's now back to a 2-3 setup for Astralis. 40 seconds left. paiN for the top mid take.
And a bit of an issue here. Stair still has the incendiary. He's actually got it pulled right now, so he's going to throw it down towards a short position, but they're going to wrap around. It's a nice idea. Counter flash comes out. Deep one from Stair. And Big Vincere didn't stand a chance. They're trying to wrap into it here, but this pit position is so hard to get rid of. Backup is coming as well. paiN, I think they missed a timing window. HOTU comes punched out of the library and taking down Snow almost immediately. Rix here, nothing that he could do either. Stair will take him down. And Stair set up so much of this round. I did the math in my head then, in a super quick fashion.
Quick maths. Okay, more aggressive Banana opening for paiN, trying to challenge. Gotta be careful. It's hard to know which way the kills will go, but it's a 1-for-1. You have to argue. That favored the T side, but Storm taking matters into his own hands. Going aggressive in mid, understanding that there's a lot of players towards Banana. It's risky, Anders, but it pays off for the Danes.
Yeah, you're right. Risky and also a really ugly fight from Stown, right? That wasn't good spray. That was pure chaos. And yet he does come out on top somehow. Bomb being brought back. paiN not enjoying this, but you got to love the choice here from Astralis, right? Moving up into the apartments.
Yeah, staying active. It's so effective. And now Big Vincere and MongolZ, all that's left. Flashbang does its job, but the trade's there for Device. Oh, a whiff there, and suddenly, out of nowhere, into a 1v2 after plant. paiN with a chance.
Oh, he's already being shut down. Okay.
Damn it.
He just barely made it around the corner. It's a good wallbang, though.
Seems generally triggered all the time anyway. So.
That's true. Deep nades landing there on 3 players for paiN. I think you said it earlier, but it basically turns the M4s into AKs when you get that kind of damage, which is rather nice. Running through the fire, it's probably worth it. There's Stown proving that. Instant dink onto NQC, takes him down. Rix with a good return, but Stair back in the pits, only for a second though. Gonna get the 1 kill. HOTU hiding in the corner. Snow trying to check it, but no rifle out for Rix, and that's gonna get him killed. He couldn't get the instant refrag there. 1 versus 1. I like the Molotov from Davideus, just trying to make sure. Jabby on the other side. And a must-win clutch coming in here for the paiN side. Davideus not sure. Oh, he comes back right in time. I don't think he was even really ready for it, but 3 kills in the round. Maybe he'll save paiN a lot of trouble here. They have to get back on the board to try and win this back. We'll see if paiN can find enough stability here to try and get into just normal Inferno stuff. Because it's nice sometimes to do the stuff that you should. Everyone knows how it works. There's nothing surprising about it. Got to win the battle on Banana here to begin with. Grenades being exchanged because Vincere is so flashed, but it just doesn't matter. That's the problem with throwing flashes on Banana, is that the crosshairs are already in the right position. Yeah. So, yeah, they're going to be blind, but they just have to shoot.
Yeah, it's really true.
Don't have to see to shoot, Dan.
See, if they go top mid to find info, they might not use a nade. Device could get a pick, and that would send them into B most likely, because they wouldn't want to re-challenge the AWP, I would imagine. Well, this could be about to happen. Let's see. Smoke goes down, though. That's perfect that they had that. So Device is not going to be... Oh, that was a little tricky, but is going to go and save that. But yeah, if they don't smoke him off there, the round gets really interesting, Anders.
I actually have a question for Yanko or Blair or anyone else that wants to chime in. I wonder if they can see paiN that smoke isn't landing up top. They must be able to, because I've seen this before where they try and throw the smoke and when it gets blocked, they fall back. And so it does feel like there's a straw. I actually haven't checked it myself, but I'm assuming you must be able to tell the difference from basically from this angle that MongolZ is in, because it's so suspicious that they do it.
Trying to get rid of some of guns and us.
Yeah, they should. paiN back in the game a little bit here. Getting some good rounds in. Device hoping to keep the AWP alive. They are close, but I don't think they're going to be able to find him here. No! Hey, that's down to the last second. How cool is that?
Huge.
Kinds of animals.
Oh, he's got 4 different kinds of humans. That's what you're going to say.
No, Dan. But I appreciate the fact that you try to open that door nonetheless. Trying to get me fired really early on into the partnership. Rix moving forward. All right. That's a very nice timing. I actually think that's a sick idea to walk in with no utility and just, you know, basically try and get the kill right away. Now, it did backfire on them, unfortunately, but the idea was definitely there. Bomb still in the middle. Device here in a corner. Now, they do have a Molotov to check him, but Davideus, does he want to try and throw it here? Because if not, then there is a chance. Even if not, just Device being here is great information.
Yeah, look at the activity from his teammates too. Re-clearing short. Again, we like this from Astralis so far. Getting active, asking questions, retaking positions. And now look at the position paiNer in. The crossfire is going to be a problem here. Beautiful crossfire indeed.
The disappointing thing, I suppose, for paiN is they had utility to stop the crossfire. Whether they throw it to the left or the right doesn't even matter. Just throw it somewhere. MongolZ cannot get the double spray down. Okay, so flashbang goes out. Oh, that's an incendiary. I think NQC must have heard that, but yeah, the clock has run out. They have to go here, right into the grenade. That's going to slow them down so much. 35 seconds. Snare gets one, and a really quick double for him. Unfortunately, Stal was not able to help out in that fight all that much. So still the bomb should be planted here. Davideus, I don't really know how he lives for the fight. It looks like Device had the opportunity to maybe catch him with his pants down. HOTU and Yabi, tough call here, and no chance whatsoever. paiN will pick up a 5th round. That one is kind of on the knife's edge, but what I do appreciate is that once they kind of saw the opening paiN, they were all in. There was no doubt in anyone there. They followed through. That's what will save them. Or maybe the double AWP, because Hero's got one as well, so double AWP on T side in front. Definitely a rare sight. But why not? See if they have an AK somewhere else. Rix still not having a very good time at all. He's got 4 kills in the first half, taken down early on. And all right, so MongolZ is going to run back and pick up an AK in T-spawn. That's what he's currently doing. Yeah, good position. HOTU is bringing in the MP9. Ooh, this is a bit interesting, though. If Yappy dies, you kind of got to wonder. They are almost lining up for him. It could be a 6 spray down, but it doesn't work out that way. No one's checking HOTU. Oh, he lines up for it, and even MP9 can get the job done. 2 big kills. They just did not expect that, and I can't even really blame them. A lot of damage with the smoke onto NQC. Bomb does get planted, but it's just a one-man show here. Snow never even getting a chance at a Device. Great kills to get the job done with. That's 7 at the end of the half in favor of Astralis, the 5 of paiN. Very likely, and the fact that we've got this split towards the apartments, but they did get spotted. And the issue with that is, do you want to keep going even after the paiN team probably already know? Oh, Device with a chance to fight back. It's going to be a game of whack-a-mole. There are a lot of people coming at him, and it's the worst game. Oh, they've traded places. Now the T's are actually defending the bomb side already.
Yeah. Okay, well, good position for Oh, 2 headshots. Can't ask for much more than that. Stayer has been a trusty pair of hands. Gonna fall back into the site. Oh my goodness, Rix gets the better though. And now down to HOTU.
They do have a kit. They've got plenty of time right now. There's no real stress coming in for paiN. Low on health. The first kill's the easiest one. Headshot, but Snow immediately on top of him. The dually is going great work, and Rix obviously 3 kills, like you said. I mean, temptation again is probably... Oh, wow.
Massive.
Now there are openings.
It's a big win, though. The device is quite low. Perfect spot there for Davideus. And the bullets rain in. A reset into pit, no punish. And this is not good now for Astralis. But still over a minute left, Anders, and still... Okay, well, maybe the options are really now pretty limited.
Yeah, unfortunately. I actually think the call for Astralis to go as quick as they did once they got the opening is a great one. And I don't know why they didn't get the kill on, like, I think it was NQC at the next corner. He was playing the corner of the A-bomb site there. I feel like they should have been able to trade him out and just kind of keep on going, but it's going to be an explosion. And honestly, with NQC playing here, this is a nightmare scenario. Davideus, if he dies, NQC absolutely will as well. Oh, but he holds on. That is such a heroic effort. Tech9 finally getting into it. NQC, he does die eventually, but the whole bomb site defense would have fallen apart if that Galil on Davideus gets down. That's probably the end of it. 1 versus 4 here for Stout. Actually, one of the more doable ones, because he already got 2 of the kills. Coming back into it, he's got about 35 seconds, and he can steal the bomb. If he gets that, he can escape into the night. Oh, they're boosting on top. It's such a sick move. They spot him out. What a play.
We were crediting Astralis with the fast communication in these.
Yeah, they're not really doing too much. There is one deep Molotov back here, but Vincere can just largely ignore it. Can't ignore HEs though.
Great pick in apartments. Another re-peek, another kill. NQZ is here. God, the rollerblades are out on those cobbled streets.
Really interesting, because they just got so blown up on Nuke, which was actually the map pick of paiN. This is Astralis map pick. Astralis aren't exactly getting blown up, but they are trending towards a loss here. NQC finally goes down. If Rix doesn't get a kill here, there is a bomb plant available. Snow goes down. Oh, he misses a shot. He's going to die as well. It's absolutely disastrous. Vincere finds himself alone, and his teammates have already fallen. And that spray, I don't know how it does no damage. I feel like he should have been able to get a kill. They're both so low on health. He's going to run and pick up a couple of more grenades as he wraps around, but they will have heard this already. Stown with a straight headshot, a quad kill, 18 in total, and a round that Astralis should never have been winning.
But also, look at the baiting that Device did to allow Stown to get those kills. So see, that kill's kind of ridiculous, but we'll see Stone here. Turns around for that one. Device is jiggling and occupying the attention of Rix. And then once again, Device... So just great team play coming in here from those two players. And I think that's like the kind of experience that you like to see out of a player like Device. Understanding that his job...
If they lose this round, though, paiN Gaming, they will run out of money themselves. And obviously the momentum that they have could be washed away. This time, deep utility. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Device. He's missed a couple of them in the series so far. I think he missed one on Nuke with a jump, and he definitely missed one when he was deep on the B-bomb side by the coffins there, on Vincere, if you remember. But this time, as clean as it can get. Okay, I'm giving you permission, you know. Just do it a little bit.
The contact now from Astralis up short is... Ooh, it's not being read, but... The MP9, perfect gun, reposition as you get a kill. That's the MP9 special.
I think Stair had an opportunity. I think he saw the helmet. He just probably didn't even notice. Gabby does go down. Hoaxy and Stown to bring it back into the favor of Astralis here. Vincere still with 11 bullets here, trying to see if he can do anything more. Stown is crouching in, and he will continue his assault on the A-bomb site. He's got 2 kills in this round. And NQC, he's hoping for something here. That is going to bounce the wrong way. It won't put any pressure, unfortunately, on Device. And he has to back on it. They have no money. They say WP is too valuable. Astralis going to be tying up the game 9-9. I'm curious when Jabby's going to join this Inferno game. That'd be sick for Astralis if he could have more than 5 kills. He was playing fine on Nuke.
You said you weren't going to talk about the kills, Anders. I guess you're lying. You said it's your playbook.
You're on to me. You figured it out, Dan. Oh, nice shot from NQC. He has to do it again. He has to step up here. They don't really have a lot to work with. Molotovs to try and put some pressure on him. He is burning alive in the bomb site, almost being pushed into the next wall of flames there. But that's great utility use for Astralis. Just try to make it as uncomfortable as you can, and they still have a way out. they've pulled the plug, ripped the parachute cord, and now they are slowly escaping towards the B site, which I think Device could do a better job at actually clearing the path for his team. Lucky to survive, to be honest. Well, or not.
It's no luck. It's no luck. Okay, these pistols are doing a lot of damage. Device is in a great position with the AWP, though. After plant B site with AWP, amazing. But let's just use the Tech 9. Close range.
Such a low percentage round here. I can understand why paiN want to go for this. It's so hard to blame them for it, but
yeah.
I really think that's I don't think so. Davides had no helmet, and QC obviously has no health. That's almost jumping in. I'm surprised he didn't take more damage. So looked like he was about to headbutt the grenade here. Vincere goes down. Yeah,
and to be honest, it's funny because that same kill was done to Device, but by NQZ in the other half.
Yeah. It's tempting when you're on the CT side to try and play the edge of the smoke, because you feel like you have the advantage, you know, a lot of the time. But maybe you even do with the sort of whole peak, but maybe not. Stare, great spray as he's, you know, Rix is still running out. It's not an easy shot to hit. Yabby's up here. He's up to 6 kills, but still, we could desire a bit more. Good flashes being set up. The Stare just swings the corner. Davideus, last bullet to take the kill on a Yabby. Pistol's out now, and it will be a 1 versus 1. Orp, well, I was going to say versus Orp, but Stown is going to pick up the weapon here. 16 bullets. He doesn't realize, but NQC is a million miles away still. So the bomb is going to be planted. What a hard job here for NQC. Could be the entire map and series almost online right now because paiN just don't have the money for it here. He's wrapped the other way around. He's going towards that arch position. So Stown's situation right now is so sick. Up in the graveyard, I don't know how he's ever going to check this one. He's also running the clock down quite low, so eventually NQC, he can't spend any more time walking. He has to get a lot closer to the site here. He is checking it. It's actually not that bad, but Stown, he doesn't even get hit. What a headshot. He counter-straves away from the wall to make that a very awkward fight for NQC. You could feel like it's an attempt to push you into the B-bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. I think just even a micro hesitation does cancel it, and it feels like that was happening there because they would have had to like adapt instantly. But this position from Davideus, the MP9 in the apps, could end up being a bit overlooked and scary.
Vincere down here in the boiler room with the... It's one of the original people to change the view model around, and people were laughing for a long time, and then everyone started doing it. The bomb will be planted here. They know that Vincere is here somewhere, but is anyone even watching? Is anyone even paying attention? Gabby, I think he's going to be dead. Oh, yeah, what a surprise. This could be a fantastic round. 2 versus 3. Oh, unfortunately, they line up for Stown. He is, as always, the man to take down. Vincere has to get a bit closer here. Awkward fight against Stare, and he can't quite get the battle down right. So it will still be Astralis to pick up the round. They get to 12.
So Yabby smoked connector side, or the long A area. Making 3 players towards A. So far, successful is Yabby. Keeping 3 players there, whilst his teammates now are starting to look into this B site. Just Snow at the back site here, Anders.
It's not a good position to be in, is it? 30 seconds left, so they have time to find him and kill him eventually. HOTU's there, and Snow waits for too long. I don't know how. You have to try and go for the retake, but in truth, there should be no way to get through. They have 2 more smokes here on the T side, which means they can smoke the CT spawn position essentially forever. So you have to flash your way through. There's no other way. And I think they realize once they hear the smoke going down, you can see them all going into the church to say, all right, let's hope. One last hurrah. Couple of flashbangs to set it up, but Astralis pretty much have this one in the bag already. paiN struggling to get there, waiting for that smoke. That smoke also just went down, so finally it's gone. Rix, the first sacrifice to go through. Stown gets a kill, and Stare with the final one of the series. Astralis with a 13-9 victory and a 2-0 in the series here to take down paiN Gaming. That's fantastic work for the Danes.